Jayson Waller here with Jayson Waller Unleashed. That's right. The top fastest growing podcast right now. I am the old host of True Underdog and BAM Podcast. Both were top 5 podcasts out there in entrepreneur and business. And I decided to roll out Jayson Waller Unleashed. Why? So we can talk about everything. We can talk about aliens. We can talk about money. We can talk about business. We can talk about family. We can talk about politics. We can talk about sex. We can talk about diets. We can talk about war. We can talk about everything here on Jayson Waller Unleashed, which is super exciting. So I'm going to keep today's episode pretty short and sweet. All kinds of fun things that we're going to be able to talk about and show you on the show. The inside look of what it looks like to a family and a business owner that loses $400 million in a business. So super excited about that. But I wanted today's show to be about life and emotion. That's right, life and emotion. How life affects us every single day and literally changes the way that we handle ourselves and with our emotion. And I know for me personally, this happens to me all the time. I am far from perfect. I am guilty as charged about allowing my emotions from events in life to change the way I act, the way I talk, the way I treat human beings. And I'm sure you're the same way because you're not Jesus and you're not perfect. So you're going to have some of those issues just as I do. And one of the things that I'm doing, and look, I suck. I just had a fight with my 24-year-old last night. It was a huge fight. And then she came in today to apologize and it broke my heart. She's upset, but she was being an asshole as I was being an asshole. So it escalated and then I actually turned her damn phone off. And I don't think it's ever escalated that high. But the problem we have in the world is all of us have pride. And all of us have something, we demand respect. We want respect. We'll give respect and then we get respect. You got all these things that go in there. And where is the line drawn? And obviously the way I reacted to a situation last night is inappropriate because I got upset and I had 2 kids kind of arguing and I had my wife getting hung up on and I got pissed off and then called one of the kids that I had an issue with, my 24-year-old, and she started running her mouth and I don't give a fuck. So then I lost my mouth and started calling her a little bitch, which I shouldn't have done, and I recommend never doing that. And then she turned around and told me to fuck off and hung up the phone. True story. That is wrong. I should have reacted better than that. I should have been better than that. I should learn to keep my cool. The problem is life. The problem is we get stuck in what we call emotions. We get stuck in different situations where things happen when they escalate, and we can't control the emotions. And the way your emotion comes out is different for everyone. Me and my wife were talking about it on a podcast today. That when we fight, and we fight a lot, we are far from perfect. Me and my wife, we fight all the fucking time. Anybody says we're perfect, that's what we do is we fight. We fight and then we make up. We fight and then we make up. We fight and then we make up. That's what we've always done. I kind of think it keeps it fresh, but it's also can fucking create fucking damage to the head. You just fucking beating your head against the wall. However, she fights, she gets upset, she cries. She's not crying because she's fully sad. When she gets that pissed off, she's crying. She gets that angry, she's crying. She's ready to cut me. She's ready to rip my face off my skull. She's ready to fucking stomp on me. No holds barred, eat or be eaten. She's ready to go. But she's got tears. She has tears running down her face. The problem I have, and I don't know how many of you have the same problem, is when I'm arguing with somebody, you turn the little button on, it says ding, button is on, and I'm in a fight, and I'm in an argument, and we're blasting each other, I don't cry. You can say whatever the fuck you want to me, I don't cry. We're at war, I'm ripping your ear off, I'm beating the shit out of you with it, I'm doing all those things, okay? We're at war, we're arguing. I don't care who you are, we're arguing. Why am I going to stop and cry and go, oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings? Absolutely not. We're at war. I hate that I'm that way because then she feels you have no emotion. You don't cry. I'm not going to cry while we're arguing. I'm not going to cry while you're calling me a fucking asshole or see you next Tuesday. I'm not going to cry for that. But I am going to cry if something happens, a catastrophic event happens in my life. It hurts my children, or hurts my wife, or hurts my parents, or hurts my siblings. Or, I've cried in movies. I've cried at songs. Yes, I'm a human being. I cry. I just won't cry if I'm in an argument. I won't cry if I'm in a battle. I won't cry if I'm in a war. I just can't. I don't have the capacity to do that. When I used to get therapy, I probably need therapy still. Do I need therapy, Zara? Zara says, yes, I need therapy. When I get therapy, They always say, it's weird, you have two emotions. You have happiness and you have anger that come out. So my sadness, my depression, it comes out in anger, and my enjoyment and my excitement and my, everything else comes out in happiness. I don't have a lot of layers of emotions, where a lot of people have different layers. Now, I've evolved to have more layers. Like, I didn't realize depression until about 9 months ago, 10 months ago, when our company closed and, all those employees we had to let go and all those customers left hanging. Like, I got depressed. I got sad. I got emotional. My family looking like, what are you going to do next? It was hard. It was hard because you don't want to let your customers down. You don't want to let your employees down. You don't want to let your family down. You don't want to let your extended family, who may or may not work for you, down. So you get to this point in life that when things hit you like that, like a ton of bricks, and it just punches you right in the face. I finally hit depression. I never hit depression. I finally hit depression. And I can't explain it. It's like an outer body experience. And I know those that go through depression understand that. But it's like, it's just surreal to me. Because I've never been depressed. I remember we closed. I was struggling, like, where am I going to go today? What am I going to do? I get in my car. Where am I going? What am I doing? It was so hard for me. And I feel bad for, like, NFL players or actors or musicians that when they retire, something happens and it's an abrupt ending. They have an identity issue. I'm sure of it, because I know I was struggling. Like, I'm just being real. Like, I was struggling. I was like, what do I do now? Like, I can do this podcast. I can do coaching. I can open a business. What do I do? And it was hard. It was hard because I was lost. And life was dictating my emotions. Life was punching me in the face, and I was allowing my emotions to show that in a way, in a form of depression, in anger, in resentment, in frustration, in confusion, all these things that were coming out of my body and my mind from life. And I'm on this show, I'm trying to explain to you that really life shouldn't dictate our emotions, but our emotions should dictate our life. Let me say that again. Life should not dictate our emotions, and it does, and it shouldn't. Our emotions should dictate life. How and why? Let me explain. Things are going to happen out of our control. Things are going to happen that we don't like. Things are going to happen that you don't understand, that we resent, that we get excited for, that we love. All these things are going to happen. And naturally, we're going to have emotions to these things. But if we start to train our minds, in more cases than not, to have the emotions control our life, to be a eyes forward type person, glass half full type person, optimistic type person, positive vibes only type person. When we start to do these things every day, day in and day out, day in and day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, like just live it, think it, breathe it, sleep it. Here we are. Live it, breathe it, sleep it, think it. Everything's positive. Everything's positive. I'm going to win today. I'm going to win today. I'm going to conquer the hour. I'm going to win the day. I'm going to conquer the hour. I'm going to win the day. I'm going to win the week. I'm going to win the month. If we start to believe it, and we start to put it in our mind, and we start to manifest it, and we start to have the emotions towards it, then our emotions are helping dictate our life. Now, you're still going to hit blocks. You're still going to get punched in the face. You're still going to have right hooks that hit you and knock you down. But you are taking your emotions and allowing that to dictate your future. Because I truly believe if you say it, it can come true. If you believe it, it can come true. If you want it, it can come true. But let me tell you this. If you think you can't, you won't. If you think you won't, you can't. Those are facts. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get back. And too many times we allow the outside universe to dictate how we're acting. I know I just mentioned I started last night. I fucking lost my cool. I will lose my cool again and again. But what I'm doing and what I'm challenging you to do is to really sit down and say, hey, I'm going to start letting my emotions dictate my life. My emotions of how I feel, what I want, how I desire, all these things that make me happy. I'm going to start building my map that way. I'm going to start layering my stairs to climb this life that way. I'm not going to have it the other way. I'm not going to have these things dictate who I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing. Absolutely not. I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to control my feelings and emotions. I'm going to dictate what kind of map that I've got in my journey. I'm going to start to do those things. And it starts here. And it starts with you, A, believing in yourself, and B, having confidence, and C, not listening to the haters. And haters can be family members, neighbors, people that think you're your friends. Like, people that are so insecure that say negative stuff about you, it's because they're insecure and they are unhappy where they are in their lives. You have to remember that. When people say hateful shit, that's on them. We just had an issue with a couple that we know, where this person is spewing negativity and blah, blah, blah. And, I don't want this and I don't want this to affect me and da-da-da-da-da. And really what it is it's an envious, it's a jealousy, and it's an insecurity. And rather than being honest about their feelings and their emotions and then be able to say, hey, I don't want to do this because of this and I don't want to do that because of that. No. It's because they're so insecure and they hate that they don't want to see us succeed and they don't want to see us win, that they have to spew on that. And how many times do you know people? Think about this. How many times do you know people that sit around and the first thing they do is anybody successful, they got a negative comment to say about it? Oh, I don't know if I like that dude. I think he's full of shit. Oh, I don't know if she really looks that good. I bet she does drugs. Oh, I bet that guy takes steroids. Oh. How many people do you know like that? You know lots. You know lots of people that see success, and rather than be excited about their success, and rather than be encouraged and in a good way, what I call envious, and want to chase that person's success in a happy, meaningful way, oh no, they become this little boy or girl who's so insecure in their own shit that then they have to spew negativity to feel good about themselves. They have to say, oh, they're that because of, they do this because of, they only have that because of, I'm better than that person because of, I would never buy that because of. Those are the kind of comments that insecure little people say. And some of you out there are going, fuck, that's me. I'm one that says that. Well, guess what? That might be you. You might be the one that the first time you see somebody that looks good, smells good, is successful, has money, that you're the first one to yell from the treetops of, oh, they only have it because of this, and they're just this, and they're full of shit, or they're stuck up, or they rip people off, or they do like whatever your thing is. You got a problem with you. Like, you ain't got a problem with them. You should be happy for them. We're all in this life together. I mean, this is a battle. Life's a battle, right? We're all in this together. They're not your enemies. So why are you hating? They're not the people holding you back. So why are you talking shit? Why are you bringing them down? Why are you discouraging them? If they're not the ones that do that, then I don't understand. Like, why are you hating on them? Why are you looking for reasons to put people down? Why are you looking for reasons to kick people, to hurt people, to label people? Like, all you look like to smart people, not fucking idiots that you probably roll with, but to really smart people who understand life, you look like you are super insecure and you're a fucking hater. And that's sad. And you're letting life affect your emotions. You're letting someone else's life affect your emotions. You're letting someone else's success affect your emotions. What the fuck? It ain't their fault you suck. It ain't their fault you're fat. It ain't their fault you can't make money. It ain't their fault you can't keep your relationship. It ain't their fault you fucking snort shit up your nose. It ain't their fault you do drugs. Motherfucker, it's your fault. It is your fault. It's nobody else's fault. It's a you problem, not a them problem. Your fucking failures aren't because of their success, and their success isn't because of your failure. Motherfucker, you wake up you and you go to sleep you. So everything you do for you is you. So why are you worried about everybody else? Why are you talking shit about everybody else? Why are you fucking trying to paint everybody else? Like, when I see success, I get fucking excited. When I'm rolling around with people that have billions, I'm like, motherfucker, you are my dude. Like, how'd you get there? I love it. Ooh, I get excited. Like, I can smell the success, and I'm like, these are my people. Like, I aspire to be like you, and I love everything they do. I don't look for reasons that I think they cheated to get there because I'm incompetent or I'm insecure. I got little dick syndrome. Whatever the fuck some of you got. That's what you do. And if your lady's watching and she knows that you're the guy that's always running your mouth about people, motherfucker, she's probably thinking you got a little dick and you don't have any fucking confidence. Guaranteed. And if you're a lady running your mouth and your dude's right there, then he knows you're insecure as fuck and you better get your ass to the gym and start dieting. Because I guarantee 1,000% for you people out there that are sitting here fucking hating on other people, you are either fat, ugly, insecure, poor, don't earn a living, lazy as fuck, blame everybody else, have excuses, want to fucking blame your family or where you grew up, want to blame your race or gender, and all that's fucking bullshit. That is a you problem, and you've got a you fucking issue that you've got to overcome. It is nobody else's fault that you're in the position you're in, except yours. Quit fucking blaming people. Quit pointing to people. Quit tearing people down. Quit letting other people's lives and your life control your emotions. Flip that shit around and start letting your emotions control your life. Maybe if you're happy for somebody, you might fucking start getting happy for yourself. Maybe if you do something like make your bed in the morning, throw your fucking laundry in the basket, floss after you brush your teeth. These are small little accomplishments that are simple and free that you can do and feel good about yourself for that day. Then all of a sudden, go to the fucking gym, do some cardio, lift some weights, feel good. I don't care if you're a fat fucking bastard. Get out there and try, because a fat bastard trying is better than a skinny bastard running his mouth sitting at home in his fucking underwear eating Fruity Pebbles. I mean, this is a you problem. The problem in today's fucking society right now isn't everything else. It's you. Everybody wants to blame. The world's this and this and this. Cancel. Fuck cancel culture. They try to cancel me 40 fucking times. They can cancel this. They don't get to cancel shit. You allow them to cancel you because you're bitch made. And secondly, you have a choice of what you say in this life. You have a choice of how you wake up. You have a choice of how you act. You have a choice of how you go to bed. Now, I ain't fucking perfect. I started this show by telling you I was an asshole last night to my kid. And I was. I'm not perfect. I am an asshole. But I'm the same asshole to my kid that I am to my other kids, that I am to my wife, that I am to you. And I know what my demons are, and I know what I got to work on. I ain't blaming other fucking people. I ain't saying it's this person's fault, this person's fault, this person's fault. History repeats itself, guys. And you become what you hate most. And truth be told, I hated the way my dad treated us when we were kids. I hated the way he talked down to us when we were kids. I hated that anytime I would do something great, it was like, oh, well, you should have done better. I fucking hated that. Maybe that's why I got this sick drive that I want to be the best at everything I want to fucking do, that I want to crush it in everything I do, that I just want to be number one, number one, number one. Maybe because I never was told, hey, you're the best. Maybe that's why. But am I mad at him? Nope. That's who he is. That's what he did. Here I am. It's my fucking choice what I do with it. I'm not going to fucking sit here and boo-hoo and blame him for anything. Now, I get upset that I become something I hate the most, where I become like him and I get angry and I say hateful shit and I go below the belt and I don't want to do that. I'm like, fuck, I'm becoming that. And I realize that, especially my age, I'm like, look, I got to be better. I got to be a better person. I got to be a better husband. I got to be a better father. I got to be a better dad. I got to be a better brother. I got to be a better son. I've got to be a better entrepreneur. I got to be a better coach. I got to be a better I just got to be better. And the moment you don't think you got to be better, motherfucker, you are full of shit. Everybody can be better at everything they do. If you did great yesterday, do even greater today. If you did even greater today, be excellent tomorrow. If you're excellent tomorrow, be fucking superb the next day. If you're superb the next day, be perfect the day after that. Strive, stay hungry, challenge yourself. But gosh, please quit pointing the finger and letting life mess with your emotions. Switch that shit. Emotions start dictating my life. The way I react and the way I feel will present itself in what my life has for me. Those are facts. You believe it, it can happen. You try it can happen. You put in the work, it will happen. You have to think good thoughts about yourself. I'm not trying to get somebody to go out there and just go, I'm done with life, I give up, and jump off a building. It's not what I'm saying, right? I'm saying that if you're useless and you want to hate on other people, then maybe you shouldn't hate on other people. Maybe you should start hating on yourself so you can wake up and do something about it. Because sitting and swimming in your own diarrhea bullshit and hating on everybody else, again, only makes you inefficient, because you're wasting your energy and your time. And guys, you don't get any more time back. You're wasting that on talking bad about people that you have zero effect on them. You think they care that you talk? You think I give a fuck that you talk about me? You think I care that you post hateful things about me? That you say, oh, he's got a fake watch. You think I owe you an explanation? I don't have a fake watch. I don't have a fake house. I don't have a fake car. I'm not fake. Motherfucker, I'm as real as it gets. It doesn't get more real than me, baby. I don't give a shit if you're doing burpees all day, you've been in and out of jail, you've ran businesses, you're like, motherfucker, it doesn't get more real than this. You ready? Brace yourself. Didn't finish high school, didn't go to college, had a kid in their teens, had an abusive relationship, had an abusive marriage back and forth, stayed with my wife, have 4 kids, have 2 grandkids. Ready? Here we go. Not 1 business, not 2 business, not 3 business, not 4. 4 businesses worth more than $10 million, 1 worth $1 billion, lost the $1 billion company, lost $400 million. I've done a TED Talk, got a best-selling book on Amazon, Wall Street Journal, and USA Today. I've won over 26 awards as a CEO, including EY Entrepreneur of the Year award. You want me to go on? Like, the list goes on. 2 top 3 podcasts, and now Jayson Waller Unleashed climbing the charts. So my question is this. There ain't I know who I am. I know what my life is. I know what I bring to the table. There's nothing anybody can say or do to me that can take anything away from me, that can make me feel less about myself. I am hard on myself anyways to be the best version of myself. So when I reiterate those things about me that I've accomplished and overcame, it doesn't matter what fucking Johnny Two Shoes over here says or Timmy John Feet say. I don't care what they say. They don't affect me. Why? Because my life is affecting their emotions, which is sad for them and they're insecure. And my emotions are affecting my life because I can give 2 shits about them. I give 0 fucks about them. I focus on the next good thing. And one of the good things I'm focused on right now is saving this planet with drinking water. That's right. I am investing and looking at a company right now that will change the way people drink water. And I'm so excited about this opportunity. It is revolutionary. It is innovative. It is going to change this. We're going to give so many systems out to help those out there because 1 in 10 people right now are dying from drinking dirty water worldwide. And in the U.S. alone, we're close to 30% of the water is contaminated above what the EPA standards are. And the EPA standards are bullshit. They're already too low. They should be much higher and demand more. Guys, this is a problem, and I want to be in the forefront of this. I want to be a part of this because I'm passionate. I want people to be able to save lives. I want to be able to change lives, save kids from getting cancer, brain tumors, thyroid cancer. I want to be a part of that. And it's going to be a monster business. It's going to change the way people are getting their drinking water in the U.S. That's the plan, actually globally, because we're going to take this thing globally. So I'm super excited about that. Now, what does that mean? Well, I could choose not to get into business because people are like, man, you lost a $400 million business. Well, run a $1 billion company, lose $400 million, then come talk to me. Tell me what that's like. A lot of things are out of my control. I can't control the product liability issue, the manufacturer, the generic. There's a lot of things that you can't control when you run a business with 2,400 employees. I was on a podcast recently, which I got invited to, and I decided I never respond to jokesters out there, low lifes and people that have I just don't respond to them. But because my buddy owns this Facebook group, it's called Solar Podcast Pros or something. It's got 17,000 people in. Jayson Should-I's. And his guy, Carlos, wanted to get me on a podcast. So I joined their group. And in their group, I'm sitting there. And when I go in, I see they're all talking about all this stuff. So I decided to drop a little bomb. This was strategic, just so everybody knows. If you think I give a shit what people say in that group, you've got the wrong dude. I don't. Whatever those people say do not affect me whatsoever. I care about those that care about me. I care about those that I can help. I care about those that I can elevate. I don't care about those that hate me. Right? I can't change a jackass's mind. I'm not going to try. They don't affect me. My emotions do not control my emotions control my life. My life doesn't control my emotions, and their life really doesn't control my emotions. And so I already have that mindset. Back into the group. I'm in the group, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to drop a bomb and share the video of the Generac issue, and I share it, and all of a sudden, 60 people comment, and 30 are like, holy smokes, this is wrong. And of course, the other 25 or 30 are like, you're a fraud, you're this, blah, 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 you did this, your company's this. And I'm like, I could respond to these clowns and it would make their life because, oh my God, Jayson Waller responded to me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be a giver today. I'm going to respond to these guys. So I clicked on a couple of them like, oh, this guy's got 3 employees. Oh, this guy's not even in solar. Oh, this guy's a loser. And I'm like, guys, listen, until you run a company with 2,400 employees and you do $600 million in revenue in 1 year, and the year before $350 million, the year before $150 million, the list goes on. Until you do those things, you have no right to talk about what it's like to run a company like this and what happened. Secondly, I have 40,000 customers. Some of these people have 30. When you have 40,000 customers, of course you're going to have a few hundred customers that are pissed off, which is less than 1%. You're going to have that. That happens sometimes. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was a product liability issue that affected tens of thousands where their systems weren't performing and operating the way they were supposed to, producing the energy they were supposed to, because Generac made a faulty part, and instead of taking ownership and doing a national recall, they sent a firmware update which shut people's systems down. Customers didn't know, we didn't know, and boom, here comes the explosion of over 10,000 people failing, complaints coming into the masses. We go from 200 complaints in 8 years to 1,100 in 1 month. Things just change. 800 phone calls in 1 month to 30,000, etc., etc., etc. I share this with you because that is the knowledge and experience that I bring running a big company. So for me to respond to somebody who's got two employees, and it was worthless, but I still felt like giving the Facebook group, since I was getting on the podcast, some traction. So I responded a few times, shared a couple links, got on the podcast. It was great. And I said, dude, ask me anything. Like, don't do me favors. Be neutral. Shit, be on the other side. Ask me what you want. Because in real life, if you're able to handle who you are and you're comfortable in your skin and you know you've always tried to do the right thing and you know that you're out there trying to do good and bring great things in life for people in karma, then you have no reason to hide from anything or lie about anything or sugarcoat anything. Like, no. Like, be real, keep it real. That's just who I am, and that's how I'll always be. And why? That's because I let my emotions control my life. That's today's message. Your emotions control your life. No, don't let somebody else's life control your emotions, and don't let your struggles in life control your emotions. It's okay to celebrate short and sweet. It's okay to struggle, regroup, repivot, stay focused. The whole goal here is to overcome adversity. The whole goal here is to take it to the next level in life. The whole goal here is to not quit. I kind of live like Rocky does, right? You knock me down, I keep coming. You knock me down, I keep coming. You knock me down, I keep coming. It's just in my DNA in my head, right? That's just who I am. And maybe you're not that way, and you don't have to be who I am. You have to be the best version of yourself. But at the end of the day, what you should really do is focus on how to start living your life by believing and manifesting your own emotions. That's what I mean. You have to do that. You can't have other people's lives affect your emotions. I love answering this. So I'll answer some people. The Generac Snap RS failed due to an installer error. I don't think that's true, ma'am. There's already, 5 class action lawsuits against Generac and hundreds of thousands of customers having the same issue. The Snap RS doesn't fail to install error. The only way it does fail if it's installed correctly, because the power goes to it and it goes PVRS. Everyone responsible for monitoring their own production of their solar system on your power. Call Jody, Fred Head, Illinois, and ask them how remove 100K system they had. Well, I would say to all these people, again, I apologize that you're having to go through anything like this. And we tried every which way we could to stay open. My suggestion to you is to take your manufacturer's warranty, which you still have, and go after Generac. Join their class action lawsuit for that. We asked people to file a claim before in our bankruptcy with the company, just because, so you can get something. If that lawsuit, we did sue Generac for a lot, for the entire enterprise value, and hopefully some of that comes back, and then it goes to some of the customers who were left out stuck with this. However, I get how a consumer can think that. I bought it from you. It doesn't matter. It's you. It's not how it works. When we have 40,000 customers and based on our reputation, we had the best record and the best reputation in the industry. A+ with the BBB for 8 years, 40,000 people raising their hand picking us, 5 NFL stadiums, etc., etc., etc. When you have a product liability issue that takes out a fourth of your customer base, 10,000 customers, having failures and not producing what it's supposed to, that's a wave of destruction that you have to try to fight through, which we tried for several months, paying customers back their rebate loans, and Generac stiffened us for over $90 million. And so, unfortunately, I can sit there and cry about it and scream. There's nothing I can do. We were a scapegoat for Generac, and they thought, we'll just let them take the fall, and then they didn't realize that other companies closed, and customers all over the country and states we're not even in have the same problem, and now they're suing them, and now that snowball is heading up to Wisconsin. So Generac, buckle up. I know it's coming for you. I want everyone to stay positive, stay focused, continue to build your dream. Do not allow people to take your light. Do not allow people to take your destiny. Your goal is your goal. Let your emotions focus on your life. Build that map one day at a time. Don't quit. Bam!